Welcome to Catherine Paper Art. Learn how to make these beautiful see-through dimensional cards. These see-through cards are fun and easy to make and very quick. Once you make all your die cuts, depending on what kind of flowers you're going to use, they come together very quickly. So both of these cards are very similar. They both use vellum, and I've debossed it, and they both have a cover plate. I've replicated the cover plate from the front onto the back, so it's both a front and a front. So it's not the back side, it's the front side on both sides, and that's the same for this one as well. So you can stamp an additional greeting in here, and then you have room for your personal note on the inside. This card does not have the vellum. It has the cover plate from the front replicated on the back, and again it's the front side of the cover plate on both sides. And I've tidied up the flowers by putting additional die cuts on the back of these so that they're not an inky mess. And then you have room for your sentiment and your personal note on the inside. They're very fun to make and very quick and easy, as I said, once you have all your die cuts made. So let's get started. I've cut many die cuts here to make layered daisies or sunflowers or whatever kind of flower you want to call them. And I will be inking these up. I still need to cut more, and I will also be using the quilling tool and my pick tool to add detail to these. And I will be making see-through cards with these, and they're really pretty cards and very phenomenal. So let's get started. I won't do all of the inking on camera because it's just a little tedious and everybody knows how to ink. But basically I'm just putting on some inking highlights, and I've used colored cardstock to begin with, so it doesn't need a whole lot of ink. So I've got 3 layers going on here, 3 layers of petals, and you can see that I've inked some details on here, and then I've got my seeds in the center, and that's basically what it's going to look like. I've already scored these and used my tools on them, and they'll be glued together something like this. They won't be highly dimensional because they are going to form the card front. So they're going to look something like this. Not overly dimensional, but enough to give some interest. And so that's what they're going to look like, and I'll do the rest off. That's what the yellow are going to look like. I haven't done the purple yet, but I'll do the rest off camera and be right back. For the inking, I'm just really inking the centers and going a little beyond where each layer will sit, just to give a shadow of each layer, basically, so that it looks very natural. I do want to blend it out a little bit, not have it be quite as harsh as it's showing, just to soften the edge. It really shouldn't look like a hard circle. So anyway, I'll do the rest off camera and be right back. Okay, I've assembled all the flowers And all the leaves are ready. And I assembled the first card panel. I plan to use this is from Waffle Flower. This is the Ornate A2 cover plate, the top plate. So I've run 2 of these backgrounds and I'm gluing them front to back, or back to back rather, I should say, so that when you see it, it will look nice on both sides. And this is going to be the front of the card, and the sunflowers or daisies or whatever, chrysanthemums, whatever you want to call them, they will be on the front, and you'll open it up and you'll see a nice die cut on the back side also. And I just want to get this lined up. This will attach to the card base. Just want to make sure I have this even. This is why I don't glue and talk at the same time. So I have my card base, and I've left about 1/4 inch at the top, and that will fit into the top of my die cuts here. And it'll glue on like so, and my sunflowers will sit on top, and I will trim any bit that hangs over, and then it'll open up and it'll be clean on the back side. So what I'm going to do first is glue these to the front and then trim this, and then attach it to the card, and I'll be right back. Okay, that's the card mounted onto the frame, and you can see that I doubled up the frame so that you have a finished look on the front. Well, on the back you don't really see the frame on the front, but you can see that it is a see-through card. And these get a little squashed in the gluing process, but you just fluff them back up, and the sentiment would go right on the front. And now I'm ready to start on the next card. I didn't put any leaves on this card because the frame kind of gives the appearance of a leafy background with the greenness of it. But the next card will be a little bit different. So for the second card, I'm using the W+9 Ironworks background. It's a beautiful background. And I have used the honeybee stamps rainbow impressions die. I'll put the link, well, I'll list it in the supplies. I don't know if you can see that, but it debosses little rainbow patterns, and it kind of mimics the pattern of the cover plate. And I'm going to put the same on the back to finish it off, and then the flowers will go on the front. And I need to trim a little bit along this edge so that it'll close properly. and just a sliver. I'll do that and I'll be right back. That is the finished card number 2. I used the BetterPress with the brown ink, and that's it. That's 2 cards. This is the 3rd card. I used the Be Bold Glimmer Sentiments from Spellbinders, and I think it came out pretty nice. Anyway, that's the collection. 3 cards. Oops, 3 cards. And I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please hit the thumbs up.